the Dollar General Bowl on December 22nd at 7 p.m. in Ladd-Peebles Stadium in Mobile, Alabama, between the Buffalo Bulls and the Troy Trojans.
Jeff, you know I like history, so we're going to start with a little bit of history.
I'm ready.
Ladd-Peebles Stadium. Where does that get its name? I had no idea.
It's a person.
And initially, yes, when it was first erected in 1948, it was just called Ernest F. Ladd Memorial Stadium. And then in 1997, it was renamed Ladd-Peebles Stadium, continuing to honor Ladd, but also honoring E.B. Peebles, who was a civic leader who was instrumental in the revitalization of the Senior Bowl.
So it's two peoples.
Correct. So who is Ernest F. Ladd, though?
I don't know. Are you going to tell me?
Oh, yes, I will tell you.
Yes.
So the local banker that privately funded the stadium wished to create a permanent honor to his mentor, who happened to be Ernest F. Ladd. Ernest F. Ladd was a local banking magnate in Mobile, Alabama, and died in 1941. So he is the guy.
A banker.
A lot of people just don't know anything about him, and there isn't a whole lot to know about him other than being a banking magnate in Alabama. So there's Ernest F. Ladd. He's got his name on that stadium forever now.
Whose home stadium is that?
It's a good question. And you look that up as I head into the preview here. Of all the high record teams in the Bowls this year, I'm least excited about Buffalo against Troy. Buffalo snapped a 4-year bowlless drought this season, but Troy is going to be too much to handle. Buffalo quarterback Tyree Jackson is the tallest quarterback as a prospect for the draft, and he is standing at 6'7". And while a lot of people have mentioned he's got a cannon for an arm, I'm just not seeing it. Like, I watched some highlights, and he's inaccurate. He's prone to picks overall, and I just don't see the arm strength that people are talking about. If Buffalo wants to score, it will have to do so on the back of its defense. Buffalo, their best win was over Rutgers this year, 42-13.
That's a great win. That's a good football team.
Right. If you've been keeping up with the Big Ten, it's not a remarkable feat. They also got blown out by Army, so I don't feel good at all with Buffalo in this one. Troy will be led by sophomore quarterback Sawyer Smith, who has been a serviceable replacement, coming in for Caleb Baker, who went down with an ACL injury in early October. He'll rely on B.J. Smith and Damian Willis to move the ball down the field. While none of them are flashy, they are efficient. That's all that will be needed, as Troy has a top 30 defense, ranked 12th in sacks with 36, and they'll be in Tyree Jackson's face all day, which will lead to at least 2 picks. Troy wins a close-ish one with 2 mediocre offenses. I think this will be a low-scoring affair. Troy wins 17-10.
A degenerate gambling friend of mine has said in the past, never bet against Appalachian State or Troy or Buffalo. Those were his 3 teams this year. So I asked him, what are you doing now that Buffalo is playing Troy this year? This is Degenerate Joe, who's been on the show just once during March Madness, and he had a very bad March Madness, so we have not invited him back. But what are you doing this year against Troy and Buffalo? He says, I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. Still got some time before the game comes up. I haven't figured it out yet. I don't know who I'm putting my money on.
Got to go with Troy.
I'm going with Troy.
Yeah.
After seeing what Buffalo did in the MAC championship game, just not showing up, I don't think Buffalo's a great team. They got to 10 wins, but that doesn't mean that it's a terrible conference.
Yeah. Well, the MAC is not a terrible conference.
Akron is bad at football. John.
Yeah, but Ohio is good. They got some good teams in there.
Troy,
Akron and Kent, no, but yeah.
Troy is going for their 10th win of the season, for their 3rd straight season and 3rd consecutive bowl game. I think Troy wins this one 27-20.
Now, looping back around to who plays in the stadium during the year.
You got it?
Yeah, it's the home field for the Senior Bowl, and it's also where the University of South Alabama Jaguars play.
USA.
So there you
go. How
go.
cocky is it you go to a school and you get to chant USA?
That's the Ladd-Peebles Stadium.